here, Krakoa. A little bit of a change there. We've seen a little bit of Krakoa before, and we're going to see it again right now. Thankfully, not Hell's Heaven.
Thankfully not. We finally get some variety here in the map, but now we enter the Hellfire Gala. It's on Krakoa. This is where Envy will say their last hurrah, where VP are just basically doing a victory lap at this point.
That's it, and let's see how that lap goes into the trials right now, as we do have the Banner Protects online. It's going to be Jeff and Mantis taken away here. Mantis going to be on the Protect right now for Envy, so definitely looking to amplify that damage, but I love the hovers coming through early from Envy into this one, you know, hovering over the Devil, hovering over the Hawkeye. If they bring out that Hawkeye, that will just make my day. That'll make my tournament. That is the one hero
that would
I've
be
always
so
wanted
fire.
to see.
That would be so funny. I mean, huge props to production for calling this the Jeff show, but unfortunately, VP are not playing around. They're just going to get rid of Envy's chance of playing Jeff here in the Jeff show. Whereas Envy, they're just going to opt to go, okay, Envy, you didn't have to ruin the party like that, man. Both sides now getting access to the Jeff in the Jeff show. A little bit of an ironic move there.
Yeah, sent Jeff back to the aquarium on this one. So, not going to be seeing any of that fishy business this time. Another couple of bans, though, it will be Cap and Loki. So, denying a bit more of that healing presence there, denying the God of Mischief, and denying the mobile Vanguard potential out of Cap.
Yeah, one of those dive Vanguards that have been a staple here in the Grand Finals. That and also Venom, but VP are able to take the Venom for themselves. But Envy, they still have the option to keep it. They have the option on the side of VP that could deny him from that pick. But for now, VP will use both of their picks on the Venom and the Psylocke. What do you feel about that?
I'm feeling good about it. I think that they're playing to their strengths out of that one, right? And seeing Star-Lord taken away, that's one potential strength if they wanted to go for a bit more aerial combat. It's not going to happen. They're going to deny that entirely. So good to see that they won't have to get the fly spray out, so to speak, to swat down a Star-Lord here. But what they do have is another Protect, another option, and
whoa!
Hello! Hey, we've seen a bit of fun with the Black Widow before, and it's back out.
I'm sure Moxie is in the green room right now, absolutely freaking out. She saw the Black Widow being played, but now it is saved. And Envy are going to put on a show. Again, they are unfortunately now officially eliminated from playoff contention. VP, no matter what happens, win or lose, they will be that first seed coming out of Group A. So we'll see what Envy opt to go for.
Yeah, very eager to see what they are going to be opting in for into this one, as they are looking to lock things down, lock it into the map of Krakoa. Many beautiful landscapes, you know, to take a look at here, and very excited to see what both teams are looking to achieve, as obviously depending on where we do start into this one, we could have a bit of early point contention, you know, a bit of open space. We could see maybe a bit of aerial combat. Maybe they bring the torch through to change things up. Haven't seen much of that this tournament, but you never know till you know. What we do know is Black Widow is going to be online right now with the Thor there as well, playing with the Hela, so they can get a bit of damage there with the Venom as well. There's a lot of team-up potential out of this Envy side.
A lot of team-up potential, but for now, Envy might be a little grateful that it's on Krakoa. It's a little bit of a nice vacation place. That's probably where Envy are going to end up after this match. So why not have one last battle here and then come back and relax a little bit? And whereas VP, they just want to try to ruin the party for now, as VP also are looking to have a bit of a fun little composition. Daredevil and the Psylocke, two heroes that are good at dive, but Nero will shut down one such diver, which is Fidzy's Angela.
Yeah, good start coming out from Envy here. Nice start from Nero there. Going to see if they can take things into the air as well, as they focus up, locking down a bit of damage onto Fire there. But they're forced to fall back as they're taking a bit of punishment from their opponents here. Envy doing a good job to get a little bit of early control, but they aren't able to stroll ahead. Kaluge, though, does find the early KO into Fire. Okay, even more potential. Envy might just have some impact here.
We'll see about that, as Kaluge is just hammering away while the rest of the team, Nero and Cal, two duelists just peppering down the rest of VP, and Envy will take that first point.
Nicely done by Envy there, getting themselves on top of things on a line here, and looking to see if they can line things up to lock things down. But shots already are coming through here. Sparker just fading away into darkness, and we'll be looking to lock down some damage from afar. So VP trying to scope out how they want to approach this.
Envy look to get the defense going, albeit some unconventional pickups here. Cal, most notably on that Black Widow. It's all eyes on him if he's able to land the shots, but he gets taken out by Nevix with some damage from Sparker. That Rage of Ultron is going to be angry elsewhere, not focused on his fellow duelist, as Speedery will go down thanks to Sparker as the Goddess of Death, as well as the counterplay coming in from VP. So far, only a singular invisible boundary is used, while Envy use all of their resources. Window is the only man standing with some sort of ultimate to rely on as Envy crumble. And VP look to take over. Nice shot coming in from Cal. Gets the plasma burst down, but he will get pressured away.
Yeah, love to see the electroplasma explosion there. Looking to make it a day, but it's going to be VP's day today. Swinging the mission area back in their favor. And building up percentage bit by bit here. Envy, they don't have any ultimates to commit to this one, so they are going to have to stall things out to build up their percentage a little more before they fight on, because VP, they have a huge ult advantage. Like, they have the Karmic Revival, so even if some go down, they can just come right back.
So many low percentages on Envy, and VP absolutely punished that. They have the economy, they have the momentum, and VP show that why they are called the Virtus Plow.
That's it, Virtus Plow. Not a Virtus throw today. They are flowing their way in to take away all of their momentum. So great stuff coming through from a VP into this one. And looking to see if they can deny Envy more.
Hello, Fee and Nevix. Just hanging around, quite literally. But Envy look to regroup. We need to find a way to get a retake going. Kaluj is dangerously low. Will get taken out by Sparker, who has been a great player for Virtus Pro as he's able to find one, but Envy are able to clap back. Cal with the triple. And then they look to get the retake going. No ultimates needed as Envy pull it right back.
Yeah, they managed to win this battle in the tug of war, but they're going to be facing a few more rounds of that if they're not careful. So, VP do have at least a few ults in stock here, like Saipe pretty close to the boundary as well. Definitely is going to be needed coming into this next fight. One in the same, Envy. They got the Feast available, Rage of Ultron around the corner, so they're getting high supply of the right utility. Speaking of, Feast of the Abyss now online here. Nevix jumps into it. Good KO in a month there, denying the Mantis, but they can bring him back with the BRB, so it's not all over just yet. But here we go, Rage of Ultron from Speedery. Windows down though, so they must trade this one. Otherwise, they're in deep trouble.
Speedery, his health bar was dancing down and up, but Envy have two members down, but VP are going to get traded out with one, but it's still a man advantage in favor of Virtus Pro. But Envy have ways to clap back this time. Their ultimate economy now shining bright as they look to try to keep that Plow from Virtus Pro from going into their favor as Envy look to make their last defense, their last hurrah, as VP want to ruin this party as so many particles, so many resources being dumped here into the site, but VP will overtake it in the end.
Nicely done once again, and getting a nice last moment KO on a Cal there. That's going to deny them a while longer here, allow them more flexibility to build up that percentage. The only one with an ult right now for Envy is Cal with the Goddess of Death there. And that one, they're going to need their teammates to really lock down, lock in, if they want to find impact from that. Speaking of, they've let the devil out by doing their best. It's going to be Agamotto around the back as well. Finzi trying their best to see if they can stop them here. The OT timer is already primed up. Dance to the Butterfly does manage to find a month onto this one. Kaluj going down as well here. Goddess of Death coming out at the last moment. Yeah, Drijo going to be focused, but the shield is denying them. Oh no!
Cal held on to that Goddess of Death for so long, but in the end, Finzi just jumps in the air and puts up the bubble, puts up the shield, and that's all gonna do it here in round number 1. VP take it, albeit a very, very close affair.
Yeah, definitely cutting it down to the wire on that one. A very fine line, but the cradle has now been captured. We are moving on to the next objective here. It's time to get on to the carousel. We'll see which team will be able to power their way through this next round of domination here, as things are already getting a bit spicy. You know, both teams on the edge of Feast of the Abyss there. Window just 4% off. Nevic's already got it, but it don't matter. We are seeing the change up to Angela here for Finzi. I think that this part of the map definitely has a bit of potential there. You know, they can take them on a little bit of a taxi ride away from the point there.
Poor VP. Poor Envy as well. Just this could have been a competitive matchup, but in the end, it is a lighthearted match in the end. So I'm glad both teams are still in good spirits, are still willing to play out this match. But you just got to highlight Sparker for a quick second. Has been absolutely farming on this Psylocke, a pick that we have seen time and time again. And here in the Jeff Show, it is no different as Envy and VP converge yet again here in round number 2. Will Envy find a way to respond, or do VP want to make this quick and easy?
See if they are going to be able to power ahead. Feast of the Abyss comes around the back, doubling down. Huge stuff from Nevix. Nero's back there, but they are looking to see if they can bring more from it. It don't matter. Finzi denies them, locks them out, and that will be VP capturing the mission area without a doubt.
Envy are having a little bit of fun right now. It's only Month, the only strategist right now on the side of Envy, so not a lot of support, not a lot of resources used in the utility and the healing category for Envy, whereas VP, they still have that strong composition with the Invisible Woman and the Adam Warlock. Not a whole lot of support healing coming in for VP as well, but still better than Envy's situation as Sparker gets a double with the Dance of the Butterfly, and Envy look to try to get the Freedom Charge right onto the site, but that invisible boundary just scares them away.
Yeah, going to be facing a fear in the eyes there, and they are denied any presence onto the mission area. Deluge will implode there. Speedery one in the same, so complete denial coming out from VP here. Window trying to keep them on their toes a while longer. Feast of the Abyss coming out here. See if they can get their team back into the fight. Hell's Heaven's Retribution will rather coming out there. And we're going to see the Devil get let out as well.
Speedery lets the Devil out, but he does get skewered and taken away in the end as Sparker and Sypha just team up to find one. Window will respawn. But now Envy looking to find a way back. It's kind of hard because we're trying to make this fun to watch. We know that there is not much stakes compared to other matches here in the grand finals, but that's just how the cookie crumbles. That's how the group stage works. It's bound to be one of these matches going to end up like this, but for now, it's still a very, very fun match to watch as VP and Envy go at it yet again.
Absolutely, doing the very best they can here. Big damage coming out from Cal, but just not able to salvage a KO there. Big hook, line, and sinker. Sypha takes them away. You'd think they find safety in the portal. No, they only find chaos. It's all higgledy-piggledy into this one, and it's not over yet. OT timer is running its course, and they are dispersing of Envy's members one by one. Nero looking to bring out the Dance of the Butterfly, though. Does catch fire there, so it's not out till it's out. But they will go down in the end. So VP take control of Cocoa, and that's map 1 in the bag.
And in the end, VP do ruin the vacation party for Envy. A place where it's bright and probably really warm, but Envy are going to get absolutely knocked out of the park here. VP are going to just steamroll over the Jeff Show, but then again, it's only map number 1. What does Envy pull out here?
They're going to have to pull out pretty much anything, right? They need to pull out something different. maybe something completely unheard of, you know, something like a Squirrel Girl, something just entirely courageous into this one. They need to go for a wild card of a play if they want to keep this series alive here, and definitely eager to see how things go as our teams are discussing where they want to go.
Some of them were discussing the MVP animation we just saw. It's definitely one of the longer ones. Yeah. All the MVP animations have been getting longer and longer for good reason. They look really, really nice, but sometimes when you're on the other side, you know, it's sometimes a little bit annoying at times. There's a little bit of a double-edged sword. You know what I mean?
We love the Formula R skin. You know, it's good.
Yeah, no, it's a great skin.
Yeah. And speaking of things that are great, we saw some great plays out of that first map there. Incredible stuff. You know, Feast the Abyss coming out, Benzie jumping out with the Angela as well. It was just a class in a perfection there. Envy finding their little moments of grace as well, but it just wasn't enough to take them to where they needed to be.
Envy now down one map, but they are out of the tournament. VP though, they just wanna... I asked this before we went in. It was either going to be Envy trying to extend the party a little bit, or VP just shut it down quick and easy, and it looked like it was the latter in the end. So now Envy now have that map pick priority. It's a big question mark. What do they want to pick? Do they look for something conventional like the Yggdrasil or the Midtown, or do they decide to opt for something spicy like the Heart of Heaven?
Yeah, definitely could be anything, you know, but before we peel our way into that map, let's talk about one of my new favorites. It's going to be the Jack-O-Lantern coming at you right now. We love to see new costumes for our favorite characters here, and you know, Jeff has been the primary hero of this tournament, and it's the primary hero here for Halloween. Love to see the Jack-O-Lantern playing its way through Trick or Treat. I reckon Jeff's doing a lot of tricks with It's Jeff.
And it's an absolute treat to watch, you know, all of these Jeff plays we've been seeing throughout this entire tournament. Jeff has been eating good today, and not just yesterday, also the yesterday and the day before that. So many good Jeff ultimates from so many talented players. And now we get to witness the Jack-O-Lantern skin come to live servers. I believe it is live right now, if I remember correctly.
I reckon you remember very correctly there. Ooh, spooky Jeff. Gonna be popping their way through there. Always love, you know, the custom visual effects coming through for some of our favorite skins there. And as you can see, that's available right now until November 21 there. So make sure you get your hands on it while you can, you know. It's gonna be the real nightmare before Christmas.
Real nightmare before Christmas, indeed. As we move on to our second map, it is decided by Envy. It will be the Hall of Jalia. Is it safe to assume that this is one of the more conventional maps? Although it was a map that we don't see very often when you compare it to something like the Central Park, something like the Midtown, or the Yggdrasil. What do we feel about Envy on this map?
I'd say maybe it's like falling back into a place of comfort, because obviously we did see a bit more of like Hall of Jalia into the convergence side of things in Stage 2, as well as, you know, even into Stage 1 there. It was really commonly picked, you know, you think of like Hall of Jalia, Yggdrasil Path, those are your default, like Convoy, Convergence back in the day. So maybe just trying to go back into a more comfortable time there playing into this one. And I'm keen to see how both teams do play into it, you know, obviously. This map in particular has a lot of angles of verticality there, and speaking of verticality, we're going to go all different directions into the draft right now.
Draft going live and ready to go. VP up one map against Envy. And for those joining us on the tail end of the group stage as we close things out here before playoffs, Virtus Pro have topped Group A, so they will be the first seed coming into playoffs, whereas Envy, unfortunately, have to settle with the agony of defeat, right? They have been eliminated from tournament contention, or playoffs contention, to better put it, and something that has been a bit surprising for many of us here.
Yeah, definitely been a lot of surprises coming through in that respect, haven't there? But speaking of surprises, no surprise into the draft right now. You know, Jeff Venom, Mantis all taken away. Hella going to be on the protect there for Envy, and Cap one and the same for VP here. They want to just take advantage, once again, over those high mobility Vanguards. You know, if they can't have Venom, they're going to take Cap, but what they aren't going to take is going to be the Psylocke. No dancing of the Butterfly this time for VP.
Surely we see a Jeff, right? Maybe both sides decide to not ban out the Jeff. I see that Envy don't have access to that hero at the moment, but there is a world where VP, on the other hand, could finally get access to it. Come on, use the save. Use the save on the Jeff. This is the Jeff party. You gotta do it. Come on, VP. You got this. You got more time to think about it. I know you want to do it. Come on now. Eventually, they will find the pick on the Jeff. Come on. I tried.
Okay.
I tried, man. I tried.
Angela going to be protected here. Definitely can understand it. You know, there's some great angles that you can get some good drop-offs onto this one. But what I like to see is the Devil being banned out. You know, it's going to be a big focus on the duelists from Envy here. They want to deny a Sparker. They want to deny them anything out of that one. They don't want to see Fi bring a high supply of KOs. They don't want to be on the other side of casualties here. No. They don't want to have anything to do with that. What they do want to have to do with, though, is a protect right now. It's coming at you for Envy. One last thing.
And
it's
it
nothing.
turns out to nothing. It just fizzles out off into the sunset. But I guess Envy just don't want to deal with dive characters bothering the backline of Envy.
Ooh.
But in the end, with so many of these dive characters banned,
The right heroes could make all
that allows
the
Iron
difference.
Fist, no?
Yeah, it sure does. Speedery. Ooh, don't tease us like this. If we saw Blade, we would be in a whole new playing field here, but ain't going to happen. What we are going to see, though, is it's going to be the Hella and Namor team up. Maybe, maybe not. Sparker's thinking about it, though. They're
He's
thinking about
considering
it. I don't know if they're going to be feeling it, though. Maybe not today. We've seen a lot of good stuff from FlyQuest playing into that one, actually, but don't know if we're going to see that one happen again today, as both our teams get prepped up, ready for action here onto the Hall of Jalia. Very excited for what Envy can do here. You know, I think this is their time to make their stand here, make their moment, and make it count.
Make it count indeed, as Envy are hanging around in the spawn room waiting to get that first offensive round here, as VP look to take a little bit of a lighthearted approach. Not sure why Finzy's already down a bit of HP over there. Not sure if that's a visual issue or just Finzy. Oh no, he is in fact taking damage. Wonder how
Yeah,
that happened.
the environment is against them.
Wonder how that happened. It's a little bit surprising. Taking damage before the round even begins, as Envy look to start on the offensive. What is the plan here? Still, they have more strategists this time, so that's a good start, as Kaluj is the sole Vanguard on the Thor, as Speedery looking to take a different angle, but gets pulled away into danger. As Speedery, he's just going to get zoned away. Is he going to just take the danger head on? It looks like the answer will be yes. We'll take out a few of these Loki clones, but Speedery finally finds the correct one in the end.
Yeah, they are the danger there, and they are looking to give it their best into this one. Snero just sticking it back for the moment, utilizing cover here to fall back to their teammates here. See if they can catch something around the side. Gliding in, they do get a ton of damage there. No KOs as yet. Sparker going to be on the opposite of that. Nero wanted the same now. Finds Nevix there and looks to fall back once again.
Slinking away. But Envy look to keep the offensive going, but VP have other plans, as Window commits and goes down, but thanks to the BRB, will find a headshot onto Fee, as Cal does laser down Dredro somehow, some way, and now Window just zones away what is left of Virtus Pro. But Nevix wants to try to ruin the party, but realizes that he does in fact need to back away. So Envy looking to climb that percentage point, and it looks like they will be able to, unless VP open up the heavens with a portal, trying to find a desperation play. But Envy look to have none of it, as Window finds one already with the fate of both worlds. Everyone on VP will just scram away, just wait their time, wait for this dance floor to end, as VP look to keep that defensive move going.
holding on tightly to the defenses here, but alas, it's not tight enough. Envy will be able to power ahead here, taking KO after KO into their favor. A harder reset working out for them now, and a VP are now looking to play into the deep wrath. A team of here, Sparker and Fi will be looking to defy Envy as they just hold back for the moment, wait until the next choke point to make their stand here, but already the Squids are coming up.
Yep, Hello Neymar team up ability available on the side of Virtus Pro. Envy looking to keep that current composition with Window on the solo Hella. No team up needed for now, as Nero does fall asleep for a little bit but wakes up just now. Cal and Nero are the two players with their ultimates as they look to get into this big lane where everyone from Envy try to take control, try to take over, but Saipa will take out Nero as the Horn of Proteus from Sparker, who takes out another thanks to the fellow Squid, as VP look to keep the hold for now, as Envy look to run for the hills and try to find a different approach.
Try and see if they can take it from a different angle here. They've still got plenty of time to do that, but VP at least have managed to find some presence into this one. They've managed to find a way to stand things down. They are doing a good job in the ult economy as well. You know, they're so close to having 5 on hand here. Saipe slowly, surely trickling the percentage up. And Envy, they're trying their best to fight onto the mission vehicle here, but VP, they are just making it a big issue, you know, denying any point of entry into this.
VP are so ahead in the ultimate economy, whereas Envy are about to have 4 ultimates available. And Heaven's Retribution going to be committed by Nevix that allows Sparker to find another frag. But right now Envy are just trying to find a different approach, trying to find a different way in, and that might be the team up here, the Goddess of Death with the God of Thunder. Will the combo work? Top that off with a End Song Inferno, but that speedery song ending right there. Nero will close out on Fee, and Envy not looking so good here in this push, as there are 2 minutes left on this timer.
Not much time left at all, but Envy might just be able to push through. You know, they might not be able to get stalled out forever. They do have Fate of Both Worlds available for a month there, and a Cal pretty close with the God of Mischief. So if they can play into those strategist ultimates, there might yet be some potential for them. But VP one of the same. They got Proteus available. They got the Boundary available as well. So both teams have big abilities available here, and there you go. Proteus going to be activated first. Fate of Both Worlds coming up there. Cal, we're going to jump into it with
Cal.
the Goddess of Death here. Okay, going aggressive with it. But they aren't able to find anything.
Cal. A little bit ambitious copying a Duelist ultimate, but in the end it is a lighthearted Jeff showing here. Envy just showing off what they could do, but now we will have to say goodbye to them after this match. So Envy just trying a way to come out in a blaze of glory that we've been touting them as in this entire storyline here in this entire match, as a portal does open up by Cal. And they will push this point even further, almost pulling off a C9 moment just now, as VP finally have someone to put their foot onto the site.
That's it, stepping forward and planting themselves onto it, but they're still going to be in the driver's seat here. Still looking to drive them away is a VP into this one. And Nevix up close and personal does have Heaven's Retribution available as well. And getting KO after KO. They don't even need to use the ult right now. They are going to be forcing them back. There you go. Oh, they are going to lock them in place here. And Month goes down. Looking to find Kaluge as well. It's all working out. Envy, they brought out the last-ditch effort. Spider-Man from Cal. 5 seconds to go here. Will they make it for OT?
Someone's got to wear the mask. Cal, okay, never mind. He tried wearing the mask. He gets torn right off with the meteor, as Nevix gets the skewer onto Month. And that is the end of the push for Envy. They tried going out in the blaze of glory, and in a way they kind of did, as Cal tried to make the Spider-Man work, but like I said, someone had to wear the mask.
That's it, somebody had to save the neighborhood there, and Spider-Man was not able to save the day this time. So side's going to switch here. We are going to see the flip and VP on the attack this time. Envy on the defense. What do they bring to this? It looks like it is going to be Angela coming out right now. Thor, maybe. Magneto.
Are they
Hovering
trying to
over
make
the
things
Penny
more
as
accurate?
well.
They're trying to make things more accurate right now. Look at Envy right now. They got the Thor, they got the Angela, they got the Loki. Not sure why they didn't opt to go for the Hela this time around, but for now they've got the squad of Asgard joined together. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Is Dredro doing the lineup? Dredro did the lineup. Yeah, I think Dredro did the Penny Mine lineup. I think that's why there was damage already off the rip. Yeah, Cal took damage just now. And Dredro using the lineup to his advantage. Oh my gosh, there's more mines coming in. Are we going to see an elimination? There's no way we see an elimination. There's no way. Is Cal trying to get eliminated? There's no way. Come on. Where's Dredro? Cal is so close to getting taken out. Look. This is so funny. I love this. This is peak Jeff show material. Cal almost got taken out before the round even begins. You don't see that every day, and we almost did. But in the end, the Jeff show shall continue.
Yeah, it's going to be the next episode of the Jeff Show, and Finzi already starts off with a bang there. Cal goes down, so decent way to kick things off. You know, maybe the Mines were just planting an X on their back, planting a target. And that's why they got KO'd first.
That might be the case indeed. Envy looking to find a way to hold, but they are crumbling. Window on the Penny Parker, trying to find ways to zone away VP, but VP, they don't really have to walk into that zone, as a great skewer from the Angela of Nevix, skewering away Kaluj, as Window and the rest of Envy have to run for the hills, as Fee is just too threatening on this Hela, as the point already at 2/3. Window, a last-ditch effort, and his fellow Vanguard will follow. Fee popping off right now as Speedery, though, actually buying a bit of time with thanks to Kaluj's portal, but it might just be that controversial one-at-a-time strategy that Envy tried to pull off, but as controversial as it is a strategy that usually never works out.
Yeah, it does have its pros and cons there, but the pro for Virtus Pro right now is they have 5 minutes to drive this mission vehicle as far away as they can. Cal going to be targeted down by Nevix. Relentless efforts from that Vanguard there. You know, they do not want anyone to get comfortable here. They want to push them out of position. Hornet Proteus could help with that from Sparker, but Cal, good reaction there. Shuts them down immediately. Ooh, we do have an ultimate online from Nevix now. Good to see. Heaven's Retribution coming at ya. There it is. Into the Meteor there. Locking him down, locking him in.
Oh!
Boom! Benty locks it down for 3 with Saipe there. And Month is looking to bring out the Karmic Revival. So it's all for Nord. They're back.
Oh, I guess when Month does go down, when you look at the feed on the people that got resurrected, it literally shows no one. I think that's a little bit hilarious, if anything. But for now, Envy looking to get the defense going. The Plasma Burst, not in time. VP will run away into the sunset, leaving Envy in the dust.
My goodness, what a game coming through there. Try as they might, Envy were not able to win the fight, so VP will be able to secure a clean run into the group stage there. 5 wins and no losses. A flawless victory there, and Saipe is going to be the one to take away the MVP on the Invis.
Invis with a little bit of a postcard moment for Herbie. That's the case for Envy, as they have to find their own postcards if they want to enjoy a little bit of a vacation out of Atlanta. Unfortunately, they are the ones being eliminated here in Group A. Again, a bit of a shocker for the audience back at home, but unfortunately, that's just the timeline that we live in. This is the multiverse that we ended up in, where Envy aren't looking as hot as they could be.
Yeah, definitely having a tough time into this tournament. You know, they were expected to take things places, but they just weren't able to deliver when it counted there. So definitely going to be feeling the pain of this one, but they definitely did a